friends, it's your girl Denise from At Home with Denise, and welcome back to my channel. I am super excited that you are here. So today I am working from home because what? It snowed! We are on an e-learning today, and I have quite a while before I have to log in for the morning. And before I do, I wanted to see the first peak of snow, and I want to take you all along with me. Come on, friends, and let's go see the snow. I'm super excited if you can't tell. Everywhere you look. OMG. Look at all the beautiful snow. I am so excited. It has been so long since we've seen snow and this much. Let me see if I can show you the ground so you can see how thick it actually looks. Look at that. Just snow as far as you can see it. And it's so cold out here. But I don't mind. I am enjoying it. I gotta get the gloves. Slow down. Excited too. So my work day has started, and I have had an opportunity to enjoy the snow. I didn't get a chance to open the window so I could just look out at the snow as I'm working today. So I'm going to do that in just a minute. So as soon as I get my lunch break, I'll be able to enjoy the snow again a little bit later on today. And I will then be able to join my kids as well, if they're still outside during that time. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Friends, I'm off for today, and I'm now in the kitchen getting ready to start baking some cinnamon rolls, and then hopefully go outside this afternoon and catch a little bit of the snow with my kids before it all melts away and the sun goes down. That's why I went out first thing this morning so I can make sure I caught it when it's nice. It was nice and fluffy because the kids have been out all day, and so there are just spots now left of snow. So let's see what I can get when I do go outside. So I am making a cinnamon roll. I found this recipe on TikTok from a young lady by the name of Amber Griffin. I will try to tag her below if she has a YouTube. I believe she does. I will try to tag her YouTube channel down below. But this is her recipe, but you can find her on TikTok under her name, Amber Griffin. And this is my first time trying it, so I'm going to be doing this step by step, following her instructions. I have everything out. I'm going to show you the ingredients that I'm going to use, and then we're going to get moving forward. So the recipe calls for a bit of everything: some sugar, brown sugar, all-purpose flour, warm milk, as well as warm water, a stick of butter, and 2 packs of dry active yeast, which are 7 grams each, which will be about 14 grams. And then I have everything else that I'm using. Her recipe, she did use a stand mixer, but she said you can definitely do this without a stand mixer. She said she did it for years. But if you do use the stand mixer, make sure you use the dough attachment. So let's go ahead and get started because we have a couple times that it has to rise before it can even get in the oven. So like I've told you all before, baking has never been my forte, at least breads and cakes. I can bake a pie all day long. So this was truly an experiment for me where I'm trying to learn and teach myself how to bake breads more often. I felt this was a perfect day to try making cinnamon rolls for the very first time. I was working from home that day, and once I got off, I didn't actually go straight out to the snow. I wanted to start this process, and by this time, my kids had a ball, and they totally taken all the snow away with the playing, with the creating, just a little bit here and there. So it was nothing really for me to do outside other than a little bit later on when we went out that evening to roast marshmallows and make s'mores. So y'all gonna have to excuse the raspiness of my voice. Right after this, I got sick later that night, on into the morning, and actually wound up being sick for the remainder of the weekend. And my voice is still trying to recover from that. So please excuse the raspiness of my voice. But right now, I finally started mixing the flour and the eggs and all the other ingredients. She said to make sure that it captured everything. So I'm just taking a moment to make sure I scrape down the side of the bowl so all of that gets incorporated and make a nice dough. Now that I finished mixing all the dough together, I'm getting ready to roll it out on the counter in a bit of flour just to make sure that everything is incorporated together into a nice ball. And then I'm going to place it back in that same bowl. Then I'm going to coat with some olive oil and let it sit on the counter and rise for about 45 minutes to help it proof. Now that I have the dough ready, just sitting to proof, I'm getting ready to start working on the cinnamon mixture and the icing. The cinnamon mixture just was butter, cinnamon, and a little bit of brown sugar as well. Mixed it in a bowl, and then once I got it ready, I went ahead and started working on my icing. If y'all couldn't tell, I was so proud of this dough and how it did decide to rise, and it didn't embarrass me at this moment. So I got my dough poured out onto the counter. I then took my roller pin and then just began to roll it out. Now when I started out in a circle and not in a square like I should have. And I just kept on with that circle, and that's why it didn't wind up to be in a circle. But next time that I do it, there are quite a few things that I will do different the next time. But I will make sure that I actually roll out in the direction when I start, because it's very difficult after you start the process to change the shape of it unless you put it all back together. And I wasn't ready to do that. So now I've just taken the cinnamon butter mixture and dropped it into plops over it, and then I spread it all over the cinnamon rolls and prepared to cut it. Now I did get this trick from the creator of this recipe, and using the pizza cutter, it made it so much easier to cut the cinnamon rolls to be able to get them ready to roll. And now I'm just gonna take those and roll them all up and then sit them in that greased dish for another 15 minutes and let them proof on the countertop before I place them in the oven. At this point, everything seemed to be going okay and like it's going to work out good. So I placed them in the oven and I closed that up and set them in there for 35 minutes. But this is where I messed up. I went outside with the family. We went to roast marshmallows and I set my timer for 35 minutes, but I didn't hear it go off. So the cinnamon rolls wound up staying in the oven way longer than they were anticipated to stay in the oven. I came back in, they hadn't burnt, but you could tell that they'd been in there too long. But I had a great time with my family outside in the backyard, roasting marshmallows and making s'mores with the kids. The icing came out really nicely, plopped on a drop, let them sit for about 5 minutes, and then I continued to spread the icing out. All right, y'all, this is the moment of truth. It's time to taste it. Sean is here to taste it as well. Kind of thick. Sound like daddy when I told him I made some. It's all what you got raisins. Okay, that's what it looks like, y'all. I think this is about to be an epic fail. Alright, y'all, this is the moment of truth. All the hard work that I put in all afternoon doing this, was it worth it? It passed the smell check, but I don't know about that look check. Kind of hard. Let's see. Follow the direction. I always mean that. buddy Tim?
It tastes like feces.
You like it?
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you like it, buddy. Well, friends, I can say that I finally made homemade cinnamon rolls. Now, the question is, was it an epic success or an epic fail? I have to say it was an epic fail. It did come out very pretty, but I think there are some things that I definitely have to do better the next time when I try to do that. Like I said, this is a learning process for me, learning to bake cakes and pies and breads. But it's going to be a journey, but I'm ready for the journey. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you did, it would really help me out if you consider hitting that thumbs up button and that subscribe button so we can see you here the next time to see whether or not the next time I bake, will it be an epic fail or will it be an epic success? I'm hoping for and looking forward to an epic success and looking forward to seeing you the next time. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.